Yes, good morning. What can I help you with? Ano yan? You want me to answer these questions for an interview? Okay, sure, I have time naman. So introduce yourself, okay? My name is Gregorio Zara. Currently I'm a professor here in an university. I'm a graduate of engineering, and my expertise is technology. You may have heard of my invention, the two-way video phone. Yes. So these are the questions you want me to answer. Where were you born? Okay. Okay. So I was born in Lipa City, Batangas. I had a simple life. I was not really born in a rich household. I lived a simple life, and Lipa City back then, it was a small town. Even as a child, I knew everybody. It was a humble childhood that I lived, and that was the origin of where I decided to take up science, specifically engineering and technology. I graduated valedictorian in Batangas City High School, and ever since then I continue to pursue my passion, which is technology and engineering. So what is the next question again? What was my childhood like? So as I mentioned, my childhood in Lipa City, it was very simple. There wasn't really much happening back then. It was a simple village, and it was really only recently that my hometown became a city. Back then it was just a small town. There wasn't a lot to do, but even so, I enjoyed my childhood there, and I don't think I have anything regrettable to say about Lipa City, especially since Batangas continues to be my forever home, and whenever I can, I always go home to visit my province, to visit my parents, and any family that I still have there in Batangas. I don't really want to forget about Batangas, especially since that was where my passion started, with science, with engineering, with technology, and especially since now that no matter where I go, no matter where I study, where I work, I always think of Batangas as my forever home. So what is the next question? So where did I attend university here in the Philippines? Well, I attended the University of Philippines in Quezon City. So you may have heard of it. It is the top university here in the Philippines, and many of my fellow classmates sought after that school because it is a top one. It is a public university, so it wasn't that expensive, yet the high quality of the education there, it really helped me with my life. And even so, I'm proud to be an alumni of the UP Diliman. Even today, I continue to hold pride in my achievements to be part of UP. So what is it like in America? So I moved to America to continue to pursue my passion in engineering and technology. And to be particular, I studied in MIT, or the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. So the first thing that I can say what it's like in America, it is very cold in Boston, or to be more specific, Cambridge, where MIT was situated. Since I managed to graduate cum laude in UP, I managed to get this opportunity to continue my engineering studies in MIT, which is already such a luxury for us Filipinos. And the culture shock there, it really laid down to me having to always speak English, di ako pwede mag-Tagalog, and the temperature difference. Boston is really cold, especially in the winter. It is a polar opposite of the Philippines, and to live my life there, it was very, very different. And then, what was it like in an American university? So I actually attended two American universities. So one as I mentioned, Massachusetts Institute of Technology, and that was one of the top universities in America or even the whole world. You can think of it as a top university because its rival is Harvard University. So there were a lot of international students, and yet even so, it was hard to adjust since much of my peers were Americans, not Filipinos, unlike in UP. And then after I managed to pass MIT, I then moved to University of Michigan. I studied there to continue my engineering, and from there I managed to gain my knowledge. And in comparison to Filipino universities, American universities, they really hold a high standard to you, especially with how expensive the tuition is. And I'm just glad that I was able to get to that opportunity. So the next question: why did you decide to attend 2 universities? So I cannot blame you if all you want to do with your education is to just attend 1 university. If you were to graduate just 1 university, it's really no problem. But I chose to attend 2 universities because I really wanted to continue to pursue my passion of science, of engineering, and technology, especially since it's not an opportunity that comes by for any Filipino, especially when I was younger. It's really hard to go to a university abroad. So for me to be able to attend 2 foreign universities, of course I had to take the opportunity. No matter how difficult the circumstances were, or how difficult the temperature was, or how difficult the lectures, the professors, the culture shock, I managed to get through that. So what was it like attending university in France? Yeah, France. I didn't just settle for 2 universities in the United States. After I attended MIT and the University of Michigan, I then moved to Paris to continue my studies furthermore. I would say that attending university in France was much more difficult than in America, because here in the Philippines, one of our official languages is English, and we've learned how to speak English from the get-go. And well, in France, not many people there speak English. Maybe in the touristy areas, but much of them spoke French. So if I were to finish my classes and I have to eat somewhere or go somewhere for errands, it was very hard to communicate due to the language barrier. But even so, I prevailed. I managed to graduate très honorable. It is sort of like honorable role in French university. So how did you deal with your academic load? Yes, so as you know, I've continuously attended university classes even if I graduated UP, MIT, University of Michigan. It really comes down to time management, which is such a basic answer, but that's the truth. Basically, you just have to take things one at a time. Don't stress yourself. Always make sure that you can handle whatever you can, and I was confident that I could handle attending continuously because of my responsibility. I wanted to make sure that I passed my homework, I studied my exams, just so I could graduate these top-notch universities abroad. So the next question was, what was it like working for the Philippine government? Yeah, so after I graduated, I moved back here in the Philippines. I was confirmed by the Congress of the Philippines to be a head for the science department of the government, and it is such a big honor for me because I really wanted to make inventions that could improve upon the Philippines. So solar technology and alcohol-powered jet engines rather, and of course you may have heard of my top invention, the two-way video phone. And to me, innovating this really elevated my experience to be working with the Philippines, because my top priority truly is to raise the standards of science here in our country. And so my two-way video phone, it is definitely one of my most popular invention. It hasn't really taken off yet, which is understandable, but my invention means it is possible. So, last question. Would you say you're proud of your achievements? Yes, I am proud of my achievements. I worked hard. Through all my struggles, attending 4 different universities, I am very, very proud of my achievements. And especially now with my beautiful wife and my beautiful children, they have been my support all these years, and I would do nothing to trade them for the world, and I would do nothing to trade my educational history for the world. Is that good? Okay, thank you. Here's your paper. Make sure to be on time next time, okay?